Hello and welcome to another video from 2W White & Sons Mazda. Okay, here we have today a 2019 on a 19 plate Mazda CX-5. Now this was taken in part exchange from a really lovely local lady. She's just taken delivery of another identical CX-5, just had a colour change this time. But a beautiful car. This car is in Sport Nav Plus specification. It's arguably the most popular specification of a CX-5, particularly when it is twinned with an automatic transmission like in this car. So 2 litre petrol engine, 6-speed automatic gearbox, and this car has done less than 12,000 miles in 5 years. Really standout condition. I don't want to say irreplaceable, but a very difficult car to replace at that mileage and in this condition. The car's finished in machine grey. It's a wonderful colour. It's probably one of Mazda's most popular colours. This and Soul Red Crystal, which is the colour that the customer bought on her new vehicle, and it's just in wonderful order. And if we could have a forecourt full of one car at the moment, it would probably be a petrol-engined automatic CX-5 in Sport Nav spec. Now, Sport Nav Plus, worth mentioning, at the time this car was built, Sport Nav Plus had just been released. So if you are looking at a sort of late 2018 or early 19 car, do check that it's a Sport Nav Plus. There are quite a few differences. The title was previously a Sport Nav, and there is a few fairly substantial changes in amongst them. And so you have the new design 19-inch alloy wheels on this car, Mazda radar cruise control, which was previously an option. It's actually standard on this car, yeah, wonderful example of the CX-5. Car's been around for a little while now. This shape of CX-5 was 2017, end of 2017, and it still looks so modern today. They're beautifully finished inside, a proper long distance cruiser car. They're made for that sort of long distance run. But as I take you around, hopefully you're able to appreciate the condition. I'll show you as much of the specification as I can. Now, one of the standout features of the Sport model over the SEL is the fact that you have a power tailgate. If you've not had one of these before, it's an absolute game changer of a feature. You can do the button on the tailgate that I just went for. There is a button on the key and there is a button in the car. And you'll see the boot, the condition is just wonderful. It's never had an animal in this car. It's definitely not a smoker's car. And quite often if people use these badly and put things in them and catch sides of the corners, that carpet tends to sort of show signs of wear. Not the case with this car. It's in wonderful shape. You do have these sort of spring-loaded release mechanisms to put the rear seats down as well. So as you pull those, it folds them all the way down. Very easy to put back up into place, and tons of usable space. And the boot lip isn't too high. A lot of people talk about SUVs and the boot lip being high. That's not the case with the CX-5. I'll press the button up there. See the boot go down. You do have the twin exit exhausts. You don't get that on the diesel, worth mentioning. You only get that on the petrols because the diesel has an AdBlue tank which gets in the way. Mention these 19-inch alloy wheels. They're in like a sort of almost like a darkened silver. It's a lovely finish. Toyo Proxy tyres, which is what the cars have from factory. Put this seat back up. All you do is just be aggressive with it and lock it back into place. And the rear seats just do not look like they've ever been used. They're in wonderful order. No evidence of any wear at all on the leather or in like the Isofix points down there as well. It's a beautiful condition car. In this center console in here, you'll notice you get USB connectivity, so you can charge devices while in the back, and rear occupants also get fans. One of the defining features of this car for me, keyless entry, and it has a 10-speaker BOSE stereo. It's one of the best features of the car. And you'll notice you've got the BOSE speaker down there. Once you come up to here, you've got tweeters and a subwoofer in the boot as well. Like all modern Mazdas, it's a push button start. You have your foot on the brake, press that button once and the car comes into life. And you'll see down here 11,470 miles, which for a 5-year-old car is just incredible. That's what, something like 2,500 miles a year. Fully supported by a Mazda service history, and like I say, the car is in beautiful order. With a Sport Nav Plus, you also get, you'll see just there, colour projected head-up display. You probably can't see it very well on the camera, but it shows you the speed you're doing, the speed limit of the area you're in. That's from a traffic sign recognition system, as well as some satellite navigation data. And it will have your sat-nav route on there if you've got a route programmed in, and blind spot monitoring information. It's really, really good. You can turn it off if you don't like it, but once you've used it, you won't want to go back to a car without it. Got Mazda's multimedia system here. This has a fully integrated navigation system. This is, excuse me, one of the first CX-5s that also comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It was around this time, around 2019, Mazda started installing it. So again, worth checking to see if the car you're looking at has it. One of the giveaways is, like I just showed on the system here, you go across to applications. If it actually shows you Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, that's the first giveaway. But actually in the center console here, there'll be the USB connectivity, and that little white phone icon means the car is equipped with it. If you've not used Apple CarPlay before, you can use a whole host of applications from your smartphone through the car system. So things like Waze, WhatsApp, Amazon Music, Spotify, all fully integrated, legal and compliant. It is very, very good indeed. You have the climate control panel down here, heated steering wheel. It's a wonderful addition to the car for winter time. It'll heat the section between this top stitching and this lower section, so where your hands should be. Within a couple of seconds, the steering wheel will be really nice and warm. Do have heated front seats in this as well, dual zone climate control, that all important 6-speed automatic transmission. Do have a sport switch for that as well. That'll get the car to hold on to a gear for a little longer, improve available power, and sharpen up the throttle response slightly as well. Multimedia controls down here, so shortcuts to your navigation and to your music. And it is an electric handbrake car. Just have to have your foot on the brake, press it down to take it off, lift it back up to put it back on. Really is that simple. Of course, you have things like automatic lights, automatic wipers, radar cruise control that I mentioned, and all your steering wheel controls for Bluetooth and everything here as well. It's also one of the last ones built with a CD player still, which is a nice touch. Do get a sunroof with these as well, and that's kind of it really. Like I say, the CX-5 has been an incredibly important car for Mazda and for us as a dealer group, to be fair. And if you drive one, you will understand why. They're so quiet, so comfortable, very well put together car. There's no squeaks, no rattles, no shakes, nothing. It's a really lovely place to be. The interior quality is exceptional, and yeah, you've got to drive one to be able to appreciate it. We do offer full finance facilities at the dealership, along with a 12-month parts and labour Mazda warranty. That can be honoured at any Mazda garage up and down the country. And we do offer nationwide delivery as well, so if you don't want to miss out on such an incredibly difficult to replace car, we'll do our best to get the car to you as well. Thank you very much for watching. If you've got any other questions, please feel free to pick up the phone to us, and we will speak to you soon. Cheers.